Okay, so first, I'm doing it without the microphone, which I'm pretty convinced is not that much better in quality under these circumstances. Certainly in the car, other places. Certainly if I want to pick up the noises, the sounds of nature. Oh yeah, my Zoom recorder is so much better than the little tiny microphone here. But I'm quite convinced, and I have to confirm it today. After this 10-minute segment of my life, um, I need to listen. Well, I always listen. Frequently, I listen and play the keyboard. Today, yeah. Uh, but sometimes I'm really looking and listening for the content, because I do know that one of the ways I speak and think is I thinking about something, and then there's something over here, and I say, there's something to talk about, and it is. It's important, actually. It's what we get when we're looking at the larger picture instead of just zeroing in and doing just the one little thing that we're supposed to do in life. Speaking of which, speaking of not zero, okay, just so you know, each day, usually the first one of the day, it could be any other time, I'm just sort of saying, hey, I am a marijuana user. My marriage to Juana, as I like to call it, is something I reconsummate frequently, more than once a day. But I always put one a day, and if I think it's something to talk about, because the proper use of medication is actually a rather important thing. And since the witch doctors have never really wanted us to get better, in fact, they want us to just need more and more of their services. They like to provide service because service means, in their language, what it means in juice served here, meaning we're going to get those Jews. That we're going to serve them with their legal papers, because we do everything legally. People are on lists for particular reasons, and Jews are the eternal evil. We cannot rest until every last one of them has been obliterated, because they are the eternal. They are the evil from the garden. My name, by the way, is Abraham. My chosen name, my taken name, not my given name. My given name is I'm named after my father's father, who died very sadly for certainly a person, especially a person like him. He was the kind of guy who really, he was a nice guy, and he loved kids and stuff. And he had 4 sons who did him proud. 3 of whom served overseas fighting the monsters of Nazism and Japanese military-industrial complex imperialism, which Eisenhower was talking about, saying, hey, what went on in Japan is happening here. That's what he was saying. He was right. So anyway, this is my for the record. So if I remember to say it, I'll say an FTR, which is just a for the record. I'm doing it not to show you anything or anything like that. I'm saying, in my life, this is something that is very, very like a daily part of my life, which I need to pay attention to. I'm definitely smoking much more than I really need to, and I don't like it. My throat kind of hurts a lot. That's not good what I'm doing. But the absence of good is not necessarily the presence of bad. And we get mixed up on that a lot. And they want us to. They want us to say anything less than perfection is bad. So because we're original sin. Before we were born, we were sinners. And if we don't do what they say, we're gonna, even if we do what they say, they don't want us to know the real plans for all the righteous people who do our bidding. When it's time for the the mopping up of the nation of which they have sold out. I mean, that's what it is. They find people who sell out their nation in return for a pocket full of mumbles. Such are promises. All lies and jests, still a man hears what he wants to hear, and disregards the rest. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. FTR is, for the record, PPM stands for, two words that start with P, right? Like psycho, which is not a full word. It's the beginning of a word, or what's the name of a movie, but it ain't a full word by itself. Well, you go psycho. Yeah, sort of a slang word, sure, why not? But in this case, it's the prefix for the other word that starts with P, obviously. Pharmacological. So we have psychological that starts with a P, pharmacological, which starts with a P, and then medication, which starts with an M, which, that makes sense. That's what PPM is, psychopharmacological medication. So one of the things I learned about myself in life is that if I'm going to do something I know I'm going to do, i.e. have a habit that's I'm just going to do it no matter what. I mean, I could be a good boy and not do it, but then I find that I'm building up like a credit. So when I go at it, I can go too far, which is just a standard trap of drugs in general. But drugs, addictive things, addictive potentialities. So work can be highly addictive. Sex can be addictive, obviously. Drugs can be addictive. Watching pornography, absolutely. We who watch it, because we're not allowed to have sex with anybody, our wives say, no, 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 no. Sex is for, boo-boo-boo. I don't know. So we sit and do what Pink said. I mean, Pink told us what we should do, or what us men should do, and she's right. And she was even talking to the women. Really, why get involved with people when or go, And actually, the answer is we should all be getting involved with people. We should become intimate with many people. I'm intimate, I don't mean necessarily sexual. Sex is just a natural, if you're intimate in other ways, a natural desire. And there are all sorts of reasons not to pursue that particular desire. Say, hey, we get together, we enjoy each other, and, we could do a little snuggling, kissing or something. That's it. No more than that. Or maybe we can. Maybe it's fine, But we don't know. And then when two people enter into a friendship, they don't know what's going to work and what won't. And they don't worry about it. We commit to making whatever happens be as positive as possible. And if it turns out one of us says, no, I got to run away from this, there are ways to do it in a positive way, and not just but rather say, you know what, you scare me. And I'm learned this, and I need to get away from you because of that. That would be a very helpful thing to the other person, or us men frequently, in just by wanting to be, honest. Hey, I like you. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I mean, and even men who whistle. I mean, they're just saying, "You're beautiful, baby." And what's wrong with a woman? Actually, why shouldn't a woman enjoy that? And why shouldn't the woman respond when it makes sense? But these days, nothing makes sense. That's why I have to use this. Always the 3 breaths before. Have to be a little bit quick because we don't have enough time. Usually this takes me 2 minutes. 3. Get the oxygen, not just the body.